I owe a lot to Minecraft. Just like I owe a lot to TF2 for being the game that made me end up studying film, Minecraft also meant a lot to me in terms of my personality and creativity. If you watched a video called A Tribute to Minecraft by the YouTuber JSlat, this video is something of the same thing, where I explain how and why Minecraft is responsible for the creative person I am today. So this is why I owe a lot to Minecraft. In the year 2011, a friend comes up to me, sometime between March and April, and tells me about this little game he found, called Minecraft. I go home that day and I search it up on Google, and I find some images and I think, wow, this game looks like Lego. And I was a big fan of Lego back in the day. I loved building just the weirdest shit, and anything I wanted to build, I tried to build. So this game was perfect for me. So I instantly downloaded it and I jumped into the game. Beta 1.4. The update that added cookies and wolves to the game. So I load up a world and I wonder, what shall I do? Because I don't know. I walk around and I look at my surroundings and I just stare in awe. However, my friend did tell me about the monsters that come out at night. So of course, I dig myself a hole in the mountain, and then I had a house. And then I didn't know what to do, until my friend came over and told me about wood and a crafting table. Because the area I spawned in didn't have that much trees, so I had to walk a little during the night. I sped over to a tree I saw in the distance, chopped it down and back to my house. And it was then that my friend told me I could just turn the monsters off. But that's just how it started, you know? Eventually I managed to build myself a little hut, you know? And that little hut didn't get much larger. For some reason that little hut stayed little. And it's still little today, although it has a few more floors and a few cheated in items. It's still a small house and it's humble beginnings, you know? I love that. I love that the building reminds me of that. But there were YouTubers. Just like with TF2, I was quickly introduced to the Minecraft community and the YouTube side. And you know, I don't know who I watched first. I know I watched Yogscast and Captain Sparkles and Skydoes Minecraft and lots of just other random YouTube videos. And everything I saw in those videos I wanted to build, you know, I wanted to have my own version of it. And so I did. And therefore I have tons of weird buildings all over my first Minecraft world. But of course, these first buildings weren't very impressive. I had to gather the items, of course, but I was 11. You know, I sucked at video games. And therefore I sucked at gathering, blocks and resources to build all those stuff. And it was then that my friend introduced me to mods. And specifically, a little mod known as Too Many Items. Now, back in these days, creative wasn't a thing yet. So the only way to get excess amounts of blocks was through this mod called Too Many Items. However, I never got to use this mods for all the glory that it would let me use it for. Because, as an incompetent child, I did not know how to install a mod. And it was then my friend came to me once again and told me about a little software called Inventory Edit. Now, I have watched a lot of Minecraft videos where people talk about their childhood with it and their nostalgia with it, and I've never seen anyone mention Inventory Edit. This was a third-party software that let you load up a save file and then edit your inventory, and you could add any item you wanted. So this was my way to cheat in blocks I could use to build several things. And I built a lot of weird stuff, and I built a lot of cool stuff. And to this day I still think that some of that stuff is amazing. But it was still a hassle, because it was still survival, which means I could die, and I couldn't fly. And that trouble just went by in update 1.8 beta, the adventure update, where they also added the creative mode. And this was revolutionary for me. Finally, I had a much easier way to build everything I wanted. I could build statues and castles and whatever the hell I wanted, and I did. And it was through the creative mode I realized the potential of the game, because the game is a sandbox, and it's one of the most approachable sandboxes there is, if not the most, because since every single item is a square block of the same size, everything you build is limitless. You know, other games like Garry's Mod or Animal Crossing, you have these preset items that you can use to build something, but they're still going to end up being used for their preset things. But since every single block in Minecraft is the same size, it just allows for much more creativity, and that's what I loved. Minecraft was truly the best way to express myself creatively. And I was a creative guy. I went over this in my TF2 video as well. I made comics as a child, and I have made animations, and another thing, I've made like Lego stop motion videos that weren't stop motion because I didn't know what stop motion was, so I just picked up the Lego figures and walked them around. If I ever had an idea that I wanted to draw, and I couldn't draw it, I'd try to build it in Minecraft. But of course, just like with YouTube, just like with TF2 animations, I once again wanted my piece of the cake. Around 2012 I started my YouTube channel, and I started uploading Minecraft videos. I made tons of different Minecraft videos. But it was first when I discovered time-lapse videos that stuff changed. You know, people like Fire UK that build amazing giant cities. I wanted to do that as well. So I made a few time-lapse videos, and they were extremely shit. First of all, I made them in first-person view, which doesn't work when you speed it up. But I didn't care. I just wanted to show the world my builds and how I built. And those videos, they didn't do much to me, you know. They weren't popular in any way. I still liked to make them. Minecraft used to be one of my favorite games, and to this day it's definitely my favorite game because of this creative outlet that it is. And I didn't even realize that Minecraft was dead until Minecraft was revived. And thinking back now, I can see, yeah, the game was dead, but I still played it because I loved the game and I loved what I could do with it. I made Minecraft videos for a while until I realized they didn't do much for my channel, and then I stopped. But lately I've been picking it up again, and I've been building stuff. I've been building on streams. And I've even been building extraordinary things that I haven't recorded at all, that just I am going to see. And I think that's great. Minecraft is an escape. It's a different world where anything can happen. If I wished I lived in another fantasy world, I can build that world, and then I can, just for a moment, live in it. And that's why I owe a lot to Minecraft, because it was the very root of my creativity. Today I can confidently say that Minecraft has helped me develop my world building skills that I use for movie making, and I've been trying to write a few short stories and stuff as well. I've also started to do graphic design work as a hobby, and I know that's because of Minecraft. So that's why I owe a lot to Minecraft. It's a truly great game that heightens one's creative ability. Even if you're not creative or skilled, even if you just make that little dirt hut and then upgrade it to a square wooden hut with a stone staircase roof, it's still a way to express yourself. And I think that's wonderful.